Hi, I'm Vikas,
Andy.
and we are partners at Brooklyn-based Isometric Studio.
I was probably the most untalented artistic kid. I would always get really horrible grades in making art, whether it was painting or drawing. I couldn't do like the cross-hatching or even coloring inside lines. Like I just didn't understand it. And like all good Asian kids, I was asked to play piano, and I played that for many years, but I never really considered myself an artist. But then I found graphic design by working with a couple of friends to start an agency at Princeton that basically made posters for on-campus events. And it was there that I met Vikas, and we started working together over like 10 or 11 years ago now, not in Isometric, but just as collaborators at Princeton. And I began thinking that graphic design was a way of thinking about social issues and providing them some sense of visibility. After Princeton, I did a Fulbright at the Royal College of Art, and this was my first opportunity to do these two things together professionally. A lot of times people like to glamorize doing design as a business, but it's very competitive and it requires a lot of skill, both in terms of producing the design, but also learning how to sell it. Forming the argument for your design in an email or in a spoken conversation, I think is half the work, if not more. And it really helps people feel respected, and it helps them feel like their thing matters. But the harder part is having the boldness and the endurance to work through problems that are inherent in young businesses. When I think about our work as a studio, I'm really proud of the way that we take everything seriously and that we care a lot about its narrative. So not just like, okay, it looks pretty, then what? It has to tell a story, and it has to go deep into the story, and then as an additional layer, how can this reverberate as a message to society about what a marginalized population thinks? Remaining open is its own kind of success. It's not winning awards or competing for accolades. I think that the mark of a designer who has really made it for me is boldness and endurance. To get up every day and think big and to think critically about how our work can improve the lives of other people. And then also to be able to do that day after day without getting exhausted or tired of it. Think carefully about whether or not you're the type of person who is better at running a business or at working for other people. Because I think that there is a difference in the type of personality and also in the skill set. Running a business is not necessarily a glamorous thing, right? There's a lot of hardship, there's a lot of challenges. Honestly, there's a lot of fear. And I think that if you're somebody who doesn't like to be challenged with fear, you shouldn't run a business. Being a creative person, you naturally feel that your ideas are good, right? You think that there's an ego to it. And there always needs to be some moderation to that, because if you have all the solutions, then what's the point of the journey?